welcome back to the channel. As mentioned before, we're going to do a hunting series on the channel for this fall, both for whitetail, deer, and moose. We're going to be working on getting the bow dialed in over the next couple weeks. Today's October 22nd, I believe. We'll go over what kind of bow I'm shooting, the sight, the release, and we'll just get some shooting in today. For starters, my bow, it's actually fairly cheap to buy. It's the Bear Attitude. I bought it with the Ready to Hunt package for, I believe it's about $400 back in the day. Since then, I have made some upgrades to it though. I've put on the Trophy Hunter, I'll see if you can see it there, React technology sight. So basically it's a 5-pin and you set your 20 yard and 40 yard and the rest of the pins are set. So it's super easy to set up. It's a great sight to see with. Moving on to my release, I have the QAD drop away. It came with a Whisker Biscuit on it originally and I've swapped it out to this one. The Whisker Biscuit was just taking a beating, especially for carp shooting. Now I've stopped doing that just because it was destroying my bow, just the repetitive shots, the heavier arrow and everything else. Just the standard stabilizer that it came with, and I'm pulling 60 pounds. As for my release, it's nothing special. It's a Scott Archery Little Goose, it's called. Again, nothing fancy. This is my second one. I broke one carp shooting, so now I just stay away from it. As for my arrows, they're the Easton 400 Bloodline. It's just your average arrow. They're middle of the line for price. I've killed 2 deer with my bow now, and they've worked just fine. Both arrows weren't usable after the fact. They both broke after, but for target practicing and everything, I've had no issues. I've actually had these practice arrows for probably 10 or 11 years now, and they've worked great. And then I just keep my hunting arrows for hunting, obviously. I've got the sight set up at 20 yards. We're gonna go ahead and sling some arrows, and hopefully the goal is that once we can shoot a perfect 30 rounds, or once we can shoot a perfect 30 arrows, then we're gonna move on to 30. But we're not gonna do that until we're shooting 20 yards perfect. And we'll move on progressively by 10 yards as the days go on and as we approach hunting season. So let's go ahead and get started. For this, I'm gonna shoot, we'll see how crowded it gets. We'll do top left, top right, center, and then I guess we can do bottom left, bottom right. We'll shoot 5 arrows at a time. If you're new to archery and you're just getting started, just some little tips that kind of help me out along the way. Your arm that you're holding your bow with, so for me that's my left arm, you want to get it relaxed. Otherwise that string's going to be slapping the inside of your forearm the whole time. Notice how I just kind of let go, and same with your hand. You're not holding on to the bow at the front, just let the bow fall away. As I say that, there's our first miss. It's really important that you pick the same anchor place. Mine's the corner of my mouth. That's where I always go to, string to my cheek. It's just gonna help you be consistent with your shots. Whew, that last one might be a little bit out. Not the best start, 3 for 5. This one's pretty close, but like I said, let's see if we can get better. So that first round we were 3 for 5. I mean, it's not a great start, especially when we're going for a perfect round one of these days. But again, we haven't really shot the bow much this year, and we just got a new peep sight on it. So, whew, that one's a little bit high. We're gonna be nowhere near 30 perfect arrows if we keep shooting like this. That one should be in. Top left. That one's better. Let's go bottom left with this one. Again, not to make excuses, but I think we might need to get rid of this mustache. It's throwing me off. And bottom right. Definitely have one miss. That's center though. I'm telling you, it might be leaving sooner than later. Oh, center one's in. The other two are out. We're 3 for 5 again. Okay. 6 for 10. It's not a great start, 60%. We just got our cameras set up yesterday in the field. Got some bait out so we can see what's around. Center one's always off. I don't know if I'm aiming differently at it or, yeah. Anyway, so we got 4 cameras set up yesterday. Put some corn out. Our cell camera's acting up. I think it just might be poor signal. We gotta redeem ourselves here. I think it might just be poor signal. I went and checked it out today and just didn't seem to be getting it. Maybe I gotta start with the bottom because that bottom left always seems to be dialed in. Be our worst round yet. Two for 5. That moves us 8 for 15. Again, these aren't huge misses, but as we work our way back, that's where they started to become an issue, because if we're not dialed at 20, we're definitely not dialed at 50. 8 for 15, we got 15 arrows left to shoot. See if we can clean this up. Some kind of bug jumping on our leg. That might be all in. That top one might be out though. So we're at 20 arrows. Currently I have 8, and that's a perfect round. So that's what we're trying to get every time. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 for 20. I think that's another perfect. Yep. So it's going to move us 18 for 25. Okay, so we're at 18 for 25. See if we can finish off strong. Just snuck that one out the outside there. We should have had shot 4. Let it slip. So what's that finishes with? 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, it is in. Just barely, it's on the edge. 23, so 23 for 30. This is our first time shooting a bunch of arrows. Like I said, we did get the peep sight upgraded this year. Yeah, I mean, by no means is it perfect, and it's only 20 yards, but hopefully next time, because we just shot 3 perfect in a row there, I think it was. Yeah, first time we missed 2, second time we missed 2, third time we missed 3, and then 5, 5, 5. We're just gonna keep getting dialed in. We're gonna stick at this 20 yards until we're shooting it consistently, and then after that, we're gonna move to, like I said, 30, 40, 50, and eventually 60. I should have kept up with it during the entire off season, but life's been busy. we'll see what happens. And hopefully within, I don't know, I'd like to say, well, at least by October 1st, because around then is when bow season is going to start, we're set to go. Anyways, be sure to tune in. We're trying to post a new video about once a week. Check out our Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Till next time, thanks for watching.